the internet will affect your dating uh outlook, right? Like I was saying in the video before, like I had to stop it because I had technical issues. Superficial pre-selection, which is basically women will say one thing and then do almost the exact opposite. And a lot of these content creators' content relies on taking women at face value, right? So if a woman is on a Twitter or sorry, on an Instagram reel or TikTok saying, I need my man to make six figures or to be 6 feet tall, blah, 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 right? Real players know, guys that are womenizers, real players know that we've seen women that are like, like have high standards leave with absolute mess like a mess of a guy. Just a guy you would never think, right? That doesn't fit any of that criteria. Um, And the term superficial preselection was coined by the writer of a book called Dataclysm, which is about the OkCupid data. And essentially, he noticed that women on their profiles would be like, "Hey, I want this, this, and that in a man," and then the men they would respond to and talk to didn't really have any of those characteristics. And that's where the whole men break rules for alphas and make rules for betas things that Rollo talks about all the time is essentially women when they say things right on the internet or in real life or on reels or TikTok. This is the mental model I use. They're not talking to me. They're talking to betas. They're talking to average men. They're bullying average men. Women biologically want average men to work harder and placate them and meet their standards because they know that Chads, the alphas, don't give a shit. They have given up on Chad trying to tell Chads what to do because they understand that he's his own mental point of origin. He's not gonna fold, and he's just gonna go up to her and be like, "Hey, want some fuck?" No, go on to her sister or her friend right next to her, right? Just think of it like that. Whenever you see some chick on the internet saying some outrageous thing that is not true or maybe kind of true or whatever about men, right? She is not talking to you. She is talking to dorks and losers and goobers and low status men, guys that just don't get it, essentially, right? And they deserve each other, honestly. Mean girls on the internet and beta dudes deserve each other. They're going to be locked in combat forever, pissing each other off for eternity, right? I have to do it because I need marketing. I need guys on my Substack because that's where the real work is. My YouTube, this is where we talk actual real shit, solutions, and mindset, right? But like they're not talking to you guys, right? When that girl said, "Hey, video games are for losers," right? She's not saying that video games are actually for losers, or sorry, she's saying that unattractive men. I don't like when unattractive men play video games. Unattractive men should be working harder to be attractive for me, right? If you're an attractive guy, you can play video games and still have a girlfriend that's hot. Like it just you see what I'm saying? It's they're not talking to you. They're talking to other men. It's almost like a filtering mechanism to see who's mad and who's not, just so they can get confirmation of who's mad and who's not, right?
One of the worst things about the media we consume is that most news organizations tend to cater to one team, making you feel you're on the correct side. Ground News, the sponsor of this video, is trying to make the
Okay, it's turning into an ad, right? So we could stop this. Okay. So yeah, guys, the internet is going to mess with you, right? And superficial pre-selection is one of those things that you have to be aware of. Just like you understand how their algorithm is working to fuck with your brain, superficial pre-selection is going to help you understand that what women say and what women do are often two different things. And women want us to take them for their word because they can get away with more. And they get really mad when guys like me tell other guys, say, "Hey, just because she's saying she wants this or she wants that, does not mean that she actually does that. It's just she's saying it because it feels good to say it. But in reality, it could be different." And this seems super simple. It seems like any guy could get this, right? But it's just every day you see on the timeline this a viral post and people commenting and people going insane or ape shit. And it's like you guys took women seriously again, didn't you? Right? And the internet's like, yeah, I'm like, exactly. They know how to push our buttons. They do it for a reason. They like pushing our buttons. They like telling us we suck and blah 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 and all that stuff, right? They want a reaction out of us. They want attention. They want to be noticed, right? And some women can't do it with just their bodies. They have to say things. What did Mia Khalifa say today? What did Mia Khalifa say today? She said people that are religious are low IQ. Now, call me crazy, but if you're a religious guy, you're winning at life, and you got two, three kids, and you got a hot wife, and you're a leader in your church, and you got a great job, and you're winning at life. You got everything you ever wanted. You're living life on your terms within the confines of your faith and all that stuff. What do I care what Mia Khalifa has to say? What I won, right? Like what do I have to what is the issue here?